Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the Australian 50-cent coin, one of the most unique and collectible coins in Australian currency. With its distinctive 12-sided shape and a range of commemorative designs, this coin has become a favorite among collectors. Some editions are rare, and a few could be worth much more than face value. Let's explore the history, value, and hidden gems of the Australian 50-cent coin. The 1982 Australian 50-cent coin, in circulated condition, is a common yet historically meaningful piece of Australian currency. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin reflects the nation's continued development and its distinctive coinage system following decimalisation in 1966. By 1982, the 50-cent coin had become an essential part of everyday life in Australia, used in a wide variety of transactions across the country. Though it holds no special commemorative design, the standard coat of arms design has its own significance and visual appeal. The 1980 to 50-cent coin is dodecagonal in shape, meaning it has 12 sides. This unique shape is one of its defining characteristics and sets it apart from most coins globally, which are typically round. The dodecagonal shape was reintroduced in 1969 after the original 1966 round 50-cent coins were withdrawn due to their high silver content, which made them more valuable as bullion than as currency. From 1969 onward, the shape remained the same, and this consistency has made it instantly recognizable in Australian coinage, made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin has a silver-like appearance, though it contains no actual silver. It weighs 15.55 grams and has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, making it the largest Australian coin in general circulation in terms of size and weight. The thickness and weight give it a substantial feel, which contributes to its durability and its presence as a reliable unit of currency. On the obverse side of the coin, the design features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as is the case with all Australian coins of this period. The portrait used in 1982 was the second official effigy of the Queen, designed by Arnold Machen. This version of the Queen shows her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a gift from her grandmother Queen Mary. The portrait is surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth to and Australia 1982, clearly marking the coin's origin and year of issue. The reverse side of the coin features the Australian coat of arms, a design that remains unchanged on the standard 50-cent coins. The coat of arms includes a shield depicting the badges of 6 Australian states, flanked by a kangaroo on the left and an emu on the right, two animals chosen because they cannot walk backward, symbolizing forward progress. Above the shield is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and below it, a scroll bearing the word Australia. The design was created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, who was responsible for much of Australia's decimal coinage imagery. In circulated condition, the 1980 to 50-cent coin would typically show signs of regular handling and wear. The raised elements, such as the Queen's profile, the animals, and the state badges on the shield, may have lost some of their original sharpness due to friction against other coins and surfaces. Light scratches and surface dulling are common in such coins, particularly on the high points of the design. Despite this, the overall detail often remains visible, and the structural integrity of the coin usually remains intact due to its robust metal composition. Although the 1982 issue does not have any rare minting errors or low mintage figures, it is still considered a valued piece in a collection, particularly for those aiming to assemble a complete year set of Australian coins. Its availability and affordability make it ideal for beginner collectors or those interested in coins from the late 20th century. Its consistent design across many years also allows for interesting comparisons of minting quality and then wear patterns. Across decades, the mintage for the 1980 to 50-cent coin was substantial, with tens of millions of coins produced for circulation. This high volume ensures that many examples remain in circulation or in private collections today. However, individual coins in better condition, such as uncirculated or proof specimens, can carry higher value in numismatic markets. Circulated examples like this one generally hold more historical than monetary value, but are nonetheless appreciated for their everyday role in Australian commerce. The coin is also a reflection of the broader economic and cultural environment of early 1980s Australia. It was a time of significant change, including technological innovation, political developments, and shifts in global relations. Coins such as this one are silent witnesses to countless daily transactions, from grocery purchases to public transport fares, forming part of the collective memory of Australian society. Collectors may find the 1980 to 50-cent coin interesting, not just for its age and design, but for its enduring place in Australian numismatic history. Despite its widespread availability, each coin tells a unique story through the marks, scratches, and where it has accumulated. These imperfections can often add to the coin's appeal rather than detract from it, giving it a personality shaped by years of use. In summary, the 1982 Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition is a sturdy, recognizable, and historically rich piece of currency. Its distinctive dodecagonal shape, detailed coat of arms design, and durable composition make it a popular and enduring element of Australia's monetary system. While it may not be rare or highly valuable in a collector's sense, it continues to hold meaning for many as a symbol of national identity and everyday history.
Next up we have
the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition, with some scratches, represents a standard yet notable issue within Australia's modern coinage. This coin, like its other 50-cent counterparts, plays an important role in daily commerce, while also serving as a marker of the nation's heritage and economic identity. Its physical characteristics, durability, and the historical context of its year of minting offer insights into its place in both everyday use and numismatic interest. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint, the 2001 50-cent coin adheres to the established specifications of Australian 50-cent coins introduced in 1969. After the withdrawal of the silver round 50-cent coin issued in 1966, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin has a distinctive silver appearance, though it contains no actual silver. The coin weighs 15.55 grams and has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters. One of its most distinguishing features is its dodecagonal or 12-sided shape. This shape makes it easy to identify by touch and helps reduce the chance of confusion with other denominations. On the obverse of the coin is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. By 2001, the effigy used was the fourth portrait of the Queen, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This image is more mature and realistic compared to previous depictions, reflecting the Queen's aging while maintaining a strong presence. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 2001, clearly denoting the monarch and the year of issue. The reverse side of this coin features the Australian coat of arms, which has been the standard design for non-commemorative 50-cent coins since 1969. The coat of arms shows a shield containing the badges of Australia's 6 states, supported by a kangaroo on the left and an emu on the right. These two native animals were chosen because neither can move backwards easily, symbolizing progress. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and beneath it, a scroll with the word Australia. The design was created by Stuart Devlin, who is responsible for much of the country's decimal coin art. The 2001 50-cent coin is also part of a broader group of coins from that year, many of which were issued with commemorative themes, especially to mark the centenary of Federation. While the standard issue retains the traditional coat of arms, various state-specific commemorative versions were also released in 2001. These feature unique reverse designs representing each Australian state and territory. However, the coin in question here is the regular version, not one of the commemorative editions. In circulated condition, with some scratches, the coin shows typical signs of wear from being used over many years. These signs may include minor abrasions, small dents along the edges, faded high points, and surface dulling. While these features detract from the aesthetic quality of the coin in terms of collecting, they also provide character and a visual history of its life in circulation. Coins with more severe damage or corrosion may be less desirable to collectors, but still serve as tangible evidence of Australia's monetary history. Despite its condition, the 2001 50-cent coin remains legal tender and fully functional for everyday transactions. It is still widely encountered across Australia, as the 50-cent coin is among the most commonly used higher denomination coins. Its size and weight give it a substantial feel, often making it stand out in one's pocket or coin jar. From a numismatic perspective, the standard 2001 50-cent coin is not particularly rare, as millions were produced. This means its market value is generally equivalent to its face value, especially in circulated condition. However, well-preserved or uncirculated examples, and those from mint sets, may hold slightly more value to collectors, especially those seeking a complete year set or focusing on Australian decimal coinage. The coin's significance is not limited to its physical attributes. The year 2001 was an important milestone in Australia's national history, as it marked the 100th anniversary of the Federation of Australia. This centenary was commemorated in various ways, including in the release of special coin issues. While this particular piece is not one of the commemoratives, it was minted in the same context and period, making it part of a broader story of national reflection and celebration. Collectors and historians often look at coins not just as currency, but as artifacts that capture the essence of their time. The standard 2001 50-cent coin in circulated condition with scratches may have passed through countless hands, been part of routine purchases, and carried in wallets, purses, and cash registers throughout the country. Its wear tells the story of use and utility, connecting it to the lives of ordinary Australians. In conclusion, the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin, although showing signs of circulation and bearing some scratches, remains a robust and historically resonant piece of Australian currency. While it may not attract high numismatic value, it is a reliable and interesting example of everyday coinage from a significant year in Australia's national history. Its design, materials, and enduring presence make it a valuable component in any broad collection of Australian decimal coins.
Next up we have
the 2003 Australian 50-cent coin, in circulated condition and exhibiting some scratches, is a familiar piece within modern Australian coinage. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin holds its place in daily financial transactions while also representing a consistent piece of the country's decimal currency system. Though this particular example shows signs of wear and age, it remains both functional and informative about the era in which it was produced. The Australian 50-1 coin is notable for its large size and distinct 12-sided shape. First introduced in 1969 in its current form, it replaced the round silver 50-cent coin that had been minted in 1966. The coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its mass of 15.55 grams and diameter of 31.65 millimeters make it one of the largest coins in general circulation in Australia. These physical properties contribute to its durability and distinguishable appearance and feel, particularly due to its dodecagonal shape, which allows for easy identification by touch. The obverse of the 2003 50-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This image, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, was introduced in 1999 and shows a more realistic and mature depiction of the Queen compared to earlier effigies. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 2003, indicating the reigning monarch and the year of issue. This standard design was used across Australian coinage for many years, making it immediately recognizable to users across the country. The reverse of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, showcases the Australian coat of arms. This design has been a consistent feature of the standard 50-cent coin since its reintroduction in 1969. The The coat of arms includes a shield that bears the badges of Australia's 6 states. Flanking the shield are 2 native animals, the kangaroo and the emu, chosen as national symbols in part because they cannot walk backwards, symbolizing progress. Above the shield is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, representing the 6 states and the territories of the nation. The word Australia is inscribed on a ribbon beneath the shield. This traditional reverse design remains a strong symbol of national identity, while the standard version of the 2003 50-cent coin bears the coat of arms. The Royal Australian Mint did also release commemorative issues in 2003 for various events. However, the coin under consideration here appears to be the regular issue, not one of the commemorative types. In circulated condition with some scratches, this coin would have passed through countless hands, retail transactions, and wallets. Over its lifetime, these signs of use, light surface abrasions, minor nicks along the edges, and general dulling are typical for coins that have seen regular public use for 2 decades. Despite these signs of wear, the coin maintains its functionality and legal tender status. Circulated coins like this one are often overlooked for their numismatic value, as they are not rare, but they are still collected by those building date sets or those interested in the history of Australian coinage. In terms of collector value, circulated coins typically hold value equal to their face value unless they exhibit unusual characteristics, minting errors, or are in exceptionally good condition. The 2003 50-cent coin, in circulated and scratched condition, does not fall into the high-value category, but still holds interest for casual collectors and enthusiasts. From a historical perspective, the coin was minted in a relatively stable period in Australia's economic and political development. The early 2000s were marked by steady economic growth and increasing global engagement. Coins minted in this period often reflect a continuation of traditional designs and themes, reinforcing a sense of national continuity. Though the coin itself is not commemorative, it belongs to a broader narrative of monetary reliability and symbolic representation. In summary, the 2003 Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition with scratches is a standard but meaningful component of Australia's decimal currency system. Its large dodecagonal shape, copper-nickel composition, and traditional coat of arms design give it both functional and aesthetic value. While it may not attract high interest from rare coin collectors, it is a valuable piece of everyday currency history that continues to serve its purpose while representing the era from which it came.
Next up we have
The 1994 Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition represents a regular issue from the Royal Australian Mint and continues the tradition of durable, easily recognizable currency used throughout Australia, with wear consistent with regular use, likely including mild surface scratches, dulled edges, and a softening of finer details. This coin serves as both a practical monetary tool and a quiet witness to decades of circulation. Made of cupronickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the 1994 50-cent coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter. Its distinctive 12-sided, or dodecagonal, shape makes it one of the most identifiable coins in the Australian currency system. Unlike round coins, its shape is designed to help those with visual impairments differentiate it by touch and to prevent the coin from rolling easily, an intentional design choice for practical usage. The obverse of the 1994 coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Makloff. This portrait, which was used from 1985 through 1998, shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem and facing right. The inscriptions encircling the image read Elizabeth to an Australia, 1994, denoting both the monarch and the year of issue. This design was used on all circulating Australian coins during that period and is one of 4 official portraits used on Australian coins throughout Queen Elizabeth's reign. On the reverse side of the coin is the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. At the center of the coat of arms is a shield containing the badges of Australia's 6 states. The kangaroo and emu, both indigenous and iconic to Australia, serve as the shield bearers, symbolizing forward movement, as neither animal is known to move backward easily. Above the shield rests the seven-pointed Commonwealth Star, which represents the 6 states and the territories. Below the shield is a scroll with the word Australia. This coat of arms design has been a consistent symbol on the standard 50-cent coin since 1969 and represents unity and national identity. As a coin that has circulated for 3 decades. The 1994 issue has likely experienced considerable wear. Circulated coins often exhibit a patina or discoloration from oxidation, particularly in the recessed areas of the design. These effects are natural and add to the coin's history, though they may reduce numismatic value for collectors seeking mint condition examples. Scratches and nicks are commonly found on both sides of circulated coins, especially on the high points of the coat of arms or queen's profile. The rims may also show minor flattening or unevenness due to contact with other coins and surfaces. Over time, despite these cosmetic flaws, circulated coins like this one remain fully legal tender and are widely accepted for everyday transactions. Their collectability usually depends on mintage numbers, historical significance, minting errors, or condition. The 1990 for 50-cent coin is not considered rare. Millions were minted, making it readily available to collectors. However, examples in uncirculated or proof condition may hold modest premium values. This particular coin, being circulated, falls into the more common category, but still holds interest as a component of a complete year set or a representation of mid-1990s Australian coinage. From a historical perspective, 1994 was a year of continuity and stability for Australia. The coinage of the time reflects a nation maintaining its traditions while gradually modernizing. This 50-cent coin does not commemorate a specific event, but is part of the ongoing production that supports Australia's robust and well-organized currency system. In summary, the 1990 for Australian 50-cent coin in circulated condition is a classic piece of everyday currency that combines functionality with national symbolism. Though not rare or particularly valuable in the collector's market, it is a testament to the country's monetary history and remains a recognizable and important part of Australian coinage. Its design elements, from the coat of arms to the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, reflect both heritage and continuity. With decades of handling behind it, this coin has served its purpose well, carrying the imprint of countless transactions while quietly narrating a story of durability and national identity.
Next up we have
the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin in good condition is a modern representative of Australia's standard circulation coinage. This coin continues the design lineage that Australians have been familiar with since the late 1960s, combining functionality with national symbolism. Despite its high face value among Australian coins, the 50-cent piece is known for its distinct shape and size, making it easily identifiable in any collection or day-to-day transaction. Made from cupronickel metal alloy composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.65 millimeters across. Its 12-sided dodecagonal shape sets it apart visually and physically from round coins. This design aids in distinguishing the coin by touch, which is especially helpful for people with vision impairments, and it also prevents the coin from rolling easily when placed on a flat surface. The obverse of the 2014 coin features the 4th official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy was introduced in 1998 and used on Australian coinage until 2019. In this profile, Queen Elizabeth II is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscription around the portrait reads Elizabeth to Australia, 2014, clearly indicating both the monarch and the year of issue. The design is sharply detailed on coins in good condition, with visible facial features and a clear inscription. The reverse side of the coin showcases the Australian coat of Arms, a design by Stuart Devlin. It has been the standard reverse for the 50-cent coin since 1969. At the center is the Commonwealth shield, divided into 6 parts that each represent a different Australian state. Surrounding the shield are a kangaroo on the left and an emu on the right, two native animals chosen for their symbolism of progress, as neither can easily move backward. Above the shield sits the Commonwealth Star, representing the Federation of the States and Territories, while a banner at the bottom reads Australia. The high level of detail in this design is a testament to the craftsmanship involved in minting, and it typically remains crisp and clear on coins that have been handled with moderate care. In good condition, this coin shows only light wear and retains much of its original shine. The fine lines of the queen's hair, the fur of the kangaroo and emu, and the intricate elements of the coat of arms are likely still visible. Some small scratches or signs of handling may be present, but there should be no major dinks, corrosion, or heavy discoloration. The edges remain defined, and the lettering is clean and readable. As a standard circulation coin from a high mintage year, the 2014 50-cent piece is not considered rare or particularly valuable on the numismatic market unless it contains a minting error. However, collectors often seek out coins in very high grades for completion of date sets or for use in educational and historical displays. This makes coins in good condition, such as this one, ideal for those purposes. The 2014 edition does not commemorate any special event. It is a regular issue, continuing the tradition of a coin that has become a staple of Australian coinage. While Australia occasionally releases commemorative coins with alternate reverse designs, the standard coat of arms edition remains the most widely recognized and circulated version of the 50-cent coin. From a practical standpoint, this coin remains legal tender and is still accepted throughout Australia. Its substantial size and weight give it a satisfying presence in hand, and the strong cupronickel alloy ensures that it resists corrosion and excessive wear over time. In summary, the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin in good condition is a fine example of modern coinage combining durability, distinct design, and national symbolism. Though common and of modest collector value, it stands as a well-crafted piece that reflects Australia's cultural and historical identity. It serves as a physical link to the continuity of the nation's currency and as a reminder of Queen Elizabeth II's long-standing role on the obverse of Australian coins. As part of a larger collection, or even as a single item of interest, this coin carries with it the everyday legacy of Australian minting.